everyone. Thanks for coming. We're called the Dear Johns. Hope you all enjoy the show. Please join in wherever you can. Clap your hands and click your fingers. Tap your feet. If you don't know the person next to you, a good way to sort of warm up the atmosphere is to stick your tongue in their ear or whatever you like.
Not now.
Please remember, don't eat the Smarties. Those of you who are lucky enough to have the Smarties, don't eat them.
It's a bad batch.
We discovered just about half an hour ago they're bad batch from laxative sort of rejects. So if you get the urge halfway through, walk right in, sit right down. Baby, let your hair hang down. Okay, off we go. Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in the landslide, escape from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see. I'm just a boy, I need no sympathy because I'm easy go, little light, little love. Anyway the wind blows doesn't really matter to me because a story about a boy called Jonathan Long and his family, to all intensive services, a quasi-normal family living in suburban Adelaide. Tonight we follow Jonathan in his goal of growing up in and around the 70s, an era known to some as the golden age of music. I'm living in the 70s, eat baby food out of plastic trees. The bass cat's messy, just walking around. It's a breast milk just to calm it down. I'm living in the 70s. 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 But first, let's discuss Jonathan's family. Dirty dad, a weird older brother who looked nothing like him, a pet galah, and a love-hate relationship with a family cat. We are family, and that's just not my mom and daddy. We are family, my brother Bert and Jonathan's mum, Cecelia, left high school at an early age to pursue a career as a groupie. And she reached the pinnacle of her groupiness when she was invited backstage after a Rolling Stones concert in the late 60s. Like most women, she had an unexplainable attraction to musicians. It's true. First audience participation moment, please. So when the bass player, Bill Wyman, tried to woo her with a song, Cecelia could not resist. See ya, you're breaking my heart, you're shaking my confidence daily. Oh, Cecelia, I'm down on your knees, I'm begging you please to come home. Cecelia, but in his hotel room, you gotta He was only a bass player.
What do you mean he was only a bass player?
You all know how to join in on this one, I hope. Went down to see you cause you won't return my call. I described you clearly but they've not seen you at all. Am I ever gonna see your face again? Am I ever gonna see your face again? I think I'm pregnant now, I hope that you don't scoff. I know you want to, so instead I'm going to cough. Am I ever gonna see your face again? Am I ever gonna see your face again? I think it's a great whistle. It's got the memories that go racing through my brain. I get the answers, but my question still remains. Am I ever gonna see your face again? Am I ever gonna see your face again? Oh, it's disgusting. Rick. Can anyone whistle? Well, Bill's bandmates, Mick and Keith, thought that he was smitten with Cecelia, so they decided that they needed to convince him to stay on the Rolling Stones tour with them. Really, don't be a hero, don't be a fool, Really, don't be a hero, you don't ever need a wife. And it's Billy started to go. She said, where you reached a new low. Billy, don't be a hero, stay in the Stones. So like a band on the run, the Stones rode on to another town with Bill in tow, leaving Cecelia behind to carry the ball, literally. But she quickly recovered. And oh, how's that? And on the rebound, that was a song too, you know. And on the rebound, she met a nice, stable, nerdy guy who was going nowhere, perfect for a girl in her situation. His name was Horace. Horace couldn't believe his luck that a girl like Cecelia would be interested in him. Within a week, he decided to pop the question. I think it was a Friday. Horace, this is it. He asked the girl if maybe they could marry. When she says gladly, Horace cried. Sunday! Everybody's at the church when Horace rushes in and says, now here comes my wife for the rest of my life. Except it's digital, but she did. Don't be afraid, just knock at the door. Well, he just stood there, bumbling, where the boys from above said, Horace, well, this is your wife. What if I yourself a life? Make a stand and be a man. You will live a green light plan. Horace, well, this is your wife. What if I
started to grow when a stray cat with lots of attitude decided to adopt them. Now they wanted to call the cat Stephen, obviously, but he preferred to go by the name of Yusuf Islam.
Cecelia gave birth to a boy whom they named Nigel. Nigel bore no resemblance to Horace, so there was always talk around town about who the real dad was. Bobby was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his hand was his home. All he left us was alone. Like most new parents, Cecelia and Horace had great expectations for their firstborn child. We're only making plans for Nigel. We only want what's best for him. We're only making plans for Nigel. Nigel just needs a helping hand. Yeah. And if young Nigel says he's happy, he must be happy. He must be happy. He must be happy in his We're only making plans for Nigel. We only want what's best for him. We're only making plans for Nigel. We only want what's best for him. Thank you. Oh yes, I forgot to mention, please fill any silences with applause. We don't want the sound of silence. Finally, 18 months later, Jonathan was born. From the moment Jonathan arrived home, the jealous cat Stephen resented Jonathan. Stephen was endowed with an advanced intellect, overcoming the absence of opposable thumbs to the point where he could use spoons as weapons of mass destruction. Oh, hit me with your rhythm stick. It was an ability he used frequently to torment poor Jonathan as he lay sleeping in his cradle. A child arrived just the other day, and I didn't like him in any way. He's annoying and cries at night, he spies the way the parents look at his beady little eyes. So I want some respect when he looks at me. Yes, I'll have to beat him senselessly. And the cat's in the cradle with the silver spoon, beating up Johnny by the light of the moon. But when you gotta stop it, Stephen, I don't know when. I was having such a good time there, Tom, having such a good time there. Hey now, was a serious and nerdy child, much like his dad Horace, who by an early age had already started to ponder his career options, initially thinking maybe he'd be a good doctor, but finally realizing his true calling would one day be an astronaut. Didn't know what time it was, the lights were low. Oh, oh, I leaned back on my radio. Some candles lay down, some rock and roll. That's so he said. Then the loud sound that seemed to play came back like so white on a wave of fate. And weren't no deep, I was hazy cosmic time. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'll blow our minds. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He told us not to blow it, but he knows it's all with what he told me. Let the children go there, let the children use it, and all the children boogie. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'll blow our minds. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He told us not to blow it, but he knows it's all with what he told me. Let the children go there, let the children use it, all the children boogie. Thank you. Well, as each year passed, Jonathan could tick off additional key performance indicators towards his goal of growing up. But some things were more difficult than others, such as tuning my guitar and toilet training. Mama, just weed my pants. I drank too much lemon squash. Now my oldies are awash. Mama, I just put them out, and now we've got to take them off again. Say it again. Good God, you. What is it gonna for? Absolutely nothing. No, don't say it again. There were closer wars to fight, however, as we will now reveal in this scene change. This happens to be a kitchen. You all guess that? Like most families in Australia, indeed around the world, the family was the heart of the Long family home, where many a war, a battle, sometimes even a tragedy occurred. There was one such tragedy that will always be remembered in the Long family home. It happened one night to the family's dim-witted galah, whose name was Rockin' Robin. You have to sing along here. So this one night, poor Rockin' Robin had severely injured his wing. And the devious cat Stephen suggested to Robin that he carry Robin in his mouth to the adults and the kids in the kitchen. Robin was very perturbed by this suggestion. He thought there were nefarious means about. He discussed his concerns with Stephen and thought they'd reached an agreement, but it all went horribly wrong. Don't go breaking my heart. I know you would if you tried. Oh, Stephen, if you get restless, I know you're not that kind. Ooh, nobody knows it, nobody knows. Right on the stove, give it well. Ooh, nobody knows it, nobody knows. Right on the stove, give it well. Oh, give you my heart. When the fracas that ensued, Cecelia held down the ferocious feline while Jonathan tried to pull the poor bird from the greedy cat Stephen's mouth. I need your help on this, ladies and gentlemen. Otherwise this joke just doesn't work. Well, Stephen protested profusely about this. He said the following in catese, and then you took the bird right out of my mouth. Oh, it must have been some misplaced sympathy. You took the bird right out of my mouth. Oh, I'm sorry, but it's true. I was just about to say I saved you.
It's Smarty time!
Has anyone got any left?
Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake.
The ones
Shake
who
your
are sad.
Smarties. Shake your Smarties.
That Craig's not on
There we
my...
go. Can't hear any Smarties in time.
They'll all be going to the toilet in 5 minutes then.
This is a school for the gifted, is it? You're all... Yeah, there we go. Well, not Monday night. Meal times were quite often a challenge in the Long family home, because Jonathan was always in the kitchen eating his Smarties.
That's why you'll
Always find him in the kitchen with Smarties.
Yeah, go for it, Andrew. Don't stop till you get enough.
Monday nights was quite often meatloaf night. I guess it's the same with you guys, eh? It was a night that Jonathan detested, and he would often protest in this protest song. I don't like Mondays.
Tell me why.
I don't like Mondays.
Tell me why.
I don't like Mondays. I wanna shoot. Ooh, the meatloaf down. Ooh, ooh.
I'll tell you something else about this meatloaf as well. It is really, really greasy.
Well, grease is the word. But we can't just sit here and let it be. We got to say something about this.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Mum!
Yes, dear?
Meatloaf, greasy foul meatloaf again.
I'm sorry, dear, but it is Monday night.
Mum,
Yes, dear?
you're not improving, are you? I thought you'd make a better start to the week than that. This is ridiculous, Meatloaf. You know it's ridiculous.
I'm sorry, it's better than that grand final 2 years ago, there, wasn't it? Brown sugar, how come you taste so good? Cecelia had to put up with a litany of complaints over her cooking and would frequently turn to substance abuse over the many Mexican standoffs about how much you could leave on one's plate. I put my heart to the pots and the frying pan, and my soul was sold with my taste buds to the cheap fish market man. I made the Vietnamese cold turkey, then some fries and hot beef jerky, and it's only other mums could understand. About the love of God and childhood guarantees. Now there were no kitchen table heroes in 1973. We said nightly to disaster. I saw an old friend and we got blasted. We cried about our kids' love for cold spam. So I worked across my cookbooks and swam. Tried to find recipes to settle on where my big circle blend. I found a book from Margaret Fulton, frying pancakes with jam and cream on. But the bandits really proved me wrong. Last plate on the table's almost cold. Yeah. Only 17 hours. Well, it just goes on along. There ain't nothing but the dishes of a dear parent's soulful wishes. Oh, I think it's time to go and have a fun. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Well, when Jonathan turned 5, he started school like most boys and girls in Australia who start school around the age of 5, I guess. He started school at a nearby all-boys school, exclusively for boys. There were no girls allowed, so it was just for all the young dudes. He remembered... That one fell flat, didn't it? The sound of silence. He remembered that his first teacher was a Mr. Boris Belusky. Boris had defected the previous year from the Soviet exclave of East Kaliningrad. He was in hiding from the Soviet Secret Service. Well, one guy really in particular. Running from the KGB, see how the sun shines brightly in the city, on the streets where once a pretty Mr. Blue. Sky is living here today. Hey, Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you've had to hide away for so Well, a few years went by, and a significant event occurred in Jonathan's life. It happened one day as they were having a gymnasium lesson at the school. There was lots of thunder and lightning. So Mr. Blue Sky decided to hold the class in the gymnasium, where he decided to teach the boys an ancient ballroom dancing step called the fandango. Scared by the storm and the prospect of dancing, Jonathan hid in the back. The shadows.
Was afraid. He was petrified.
But Mr. Blue Sky made sure he participated. I see a little silhouette of a boy.
Scaramouche, will you do the fandango? Thunderbolt and lightning, very, very frightening me!
Well, this proved to be an epiphany in Jonathan's life. It didn't matter that it was an all-boys school, exclusively for boys and no girls allowed. And therefore, he didn't have a partner to dance with. Because when Jonathan was dancing by himself, he was in a world of his own. Oh, it feels so real, dancing here with no one near, only me. I can't hold myself as I sing softly, slowly. Hold me closer, tiny dancer. Cover the lights on the highway. Please thank God. Never thrown in sheets of linen. Every busy day to day. 20 years of dance classes. Well, towards the end of the year, Mr. Blue Sky decided the boys really did need some proper dancing, with real partners. So he decided to organize a school social with a nearby all-girls school, exclusively for girls, of course. It happened that at this school social was another turning point in Jonathan's life. It was a night where he would meet a girl who would feature frequently throughout his life in past Dear John shows and future ones, hopefully. And her name happened to be Betty Black.
Whoa, Black Betty!
Now you buggered it up. Sorry, wrong cue. Well, towards the end of the night, the school social started to turn a bit ugly, as can happen when you mix testosterone with ostesterone. Are you ready, Chris?
Jesse!
Yeah! Andy? Okay, alright, fellas. Well, let's go!
Well, it's been getting so hard, living with strangers to be. I'd like to tell you my dreams. I'd like to tell you everything I see.
See, a man at the back is a matter of fact. His eyes are as red as the sun. And the girl in the corner is going in dark because she thinks she's a passionate one. Oh, yeah, it was like lightning. Everybody was frightened. And the music was soothing. So they all started grooving. Yeah, 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 yeah. And the man in the back said everyone is acting and turning to a ballroom dance. And the girl in the dance boy, I wonder what you would have done to a ballroom dance. Ballroom dance. Ballroom dance. It's ballroom dance. It's ballroom dance. It's ballroom dance. It's ballroom dance. Ballroom dance. Well, after the school social, Jonathan decided he needed more than just thin air if he was ever going to improve his chances of dancing. Improving his dancing anyway. And ironically, he discovered a partner out of thin air One day, as he was snooping around his brother Nigel's bedroom, he made an amazing discovery underneath the bed. Hold on. What have we got here? Some tissues.
No, that's not it.
I think that was it, no. Some hand cream? No.
No, that's not it.
No, that was it. Hold on. The Blackburn Rovers Football Club calendar?
Aren't they naked? Is that right?
Naked one, yeah. No, that's not. That was a joke for one guy only. Really. Hold on. Oh, here he is. There's an inflatable dance partner. Hello, gorgeous. Hold on, I think she's a talking one. What's that? What'd you say? I was made for loving you, baby. Oh, that's amazing. Must be battery operated. So Jonathan said to his cousin Larry, his mates Ronnie and Wiggy and Rocky, fellas, I think I ought to blow it up.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Sure.
You know, I want to get into it, moving and grooving like a sex machine.
Yeah, do it, man.
Do it. You owe it to yourself.
I think I should blow it. What do you guys think? Should I blow it up? Yeah. You really think I should blow it up? Yeah. Okay, maybe I should blow it up. But first, I better play some blowing up music. First, I think I better count it off, because otherwise we won't be in time. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I need 10 cc's of air supply.
What you really need is a pump, surely.
Who bought the pump? Who bought the pump?
Earlier, there was one somewhere around.
Oh yes, there's one right next to that man just there.
Just there?
Could you just look to your left down there? No, yeah, you in the front row there. Thank you. Could you just come and give us a hand? Just... Yeah. What's your name? There's a big round of applause for Todd, everyone. Okay, so let's see how you did that little orifice there. Thank you. He's had a bit of experience, and do it nice and slow. Nice and slow, yeah. We'll play some background blowing up music.
Done that before, hasn't it?
Todd's had a bit of experience, I think. Maybe a minute, or two, I'm not sure.
1, 2, 3, 4!
When you don't really need it, pump it up. When you do, you can't feel it. She's been a bad girl, she's made of chemicals. Though you try to stop it, she's like a narcotic. You wanna torture her, you wanna talk to her. Or you think you bump her, putting up your temperature. Pump it up when you don't really need it. Well, the doll's name was Lusty Linda, and she proved to be an ever-willing and able dance partner for Jonathan. But then one day, he discovered hair in an unusual place on his body. That's right, folks, puberty had hit. Oh, yeah! Still don't know what I was waiting for, and my time was running wild. A million better streets, and every time I thought I'd got it made, it seemed the taste was not so sweet. So I turned myself to face me. Oh, I've never caught a glimpse of how the others will see the faker. Much too fast to pass that test. Face is straight, changes. Don't wanna be a rich man. Face is straight, changes. Gonna have to be a bigger man. Oh, may change me, 'cause I can't waste time. I said that time may change me, 'cause I can't waste time. Well, as puberty progressed, Jonathan started to tire of his plastic paradise. He thought he needed more than just Lusty Linda. He needed a girl like that girl he met at that school social. What was her name? Betty Black?
Whoa, Black Betty!
Sorry, we stuffed it up again. No, as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted. He needed a real, natural woman. When my dance moves are in the lost and found, he came along to clean them. Didn't know just what was wrong with me. Your plastic touch helped me name it. I'm no longer doubtful what I'm dancing for. 'Cause you really made me happy, but not anymore. You make me feel. You make me feel. You make me feel like natural woman. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you're all wondering the real reason that Jonathan's brother Nigel kept Lusty Linda underneath the bed. It was for an entirely different reason, as we will now reveal. That's his karate dance partner. No, karate sparring partner.
Whoa, whoa, well, you can go for it tonight and there's no more shows.
Oh yeah.
Wardrobe malfunction.
Everybody was fighting. Those guys were fast as lightning. Seemed like it was a little bit frightening. But they got with expert timing. There was vulnerability and a little time of charm. The another song. Turning Japanese, I really think so. Turning Japanese, I think I'm turning Japanese, I really think so. No sex, no drugs, no wine, no women, no sin, no fun, no you, no wonder it's dark. Everyone around me is a total stranger. Everyone avoids me like a cyclone ranger. Everyone. Turning Japanese, I think I'm turning Japanese, I really think so. Think so. Turning Japanese, I think I'm turning Japanese, I really think so. Think so. Turning Japanese, I think I'm turning Japanese, I really think so. Turning Japanese, I think I'm turning Japanese, I really think so.
As you witnessed, eventually Nigel's exertions with the nunchuckers took their toll on poor old Linda, and she accumulated more holes than her original design specifications. Sadly, therefore, destined for that other great 70s icon, the backyard incinerator.
Well, we don't have a song for this, Chris, do we?
Sorry, Jess, what?
We don't have a song for this, do we?
Good point. What about Burn Baby Burn? Plastic Inferno.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, how about Come On Baby Light My Fire?
Well, the Doors, you serious?
I don't know that one either.
Oh, Hunk of Burning Love, Elvis.
No, not 70s Elvis, no.
I don't know that one either.
Will you sing us a song, Mr. Piano Man?
Okay.
But not Piano Man.
Oh, okay, how about this one? Well, after lusty Linda's demise, Jonathan's attentions did return to more attainable girls. He decided he needed a strategy if he was ever going to win the heart of that girl he met at the school social. What was her name? Betty Black?
Whoa, Black Betty! Bam, bam!
I was saying before I was rudely interrupted and forgot the microphone that's over there. He needed a strategy if he was ever going to win the heart of that girl who from now on will have a name that will be nameless. He decided he was going to come up with a strategy which was going to invent an imaginary girlfriend.
Wow, the things we do for love, eh?
Imagine. And he decided to call his imaginary girlfriend Lorraine. And he told everybody he'd met Lorraine down at the Brighton Table Tennis Club, whose headquarters just happened to be in the YMCA. Because it's fun to play there, apparently. But Jonathan's mum, Cecelia, didn't believe that Lorraine existed. And one afternoon, she discussed this with Horace. Unfortunately, it happened to be in the middle of an afternoon delight. Skyrockets were in flight and all that sort of thing. And she knocked on wood. She got up and she said, "Is she really going out with him?" Horace couldn't believe the timing of his, ruined afternoon delight. He said, "Honey, we've only just begun. Come on, baby, lay your love on me." But Cecelia persisted. She got up and she said the following. The teachers took away the access to the punch card computers. Jonathan led the revolt. We don't need no education. We don't need no thought control. Dark sarcasm in the classroom. Detention. Thank you. The detention teacher was a grumpy curmudgeon called Miss Miller, who would not let Jonathan go home until he finished an essay on Galileo.
Galileo?
Galileo.
Galileo?
Galileo and Figaro. Magnifico! I'm just a poor boy, nobody wants me. He's just a poor boy, easy go, will you let me go, Miss Miller?
Let him go!
Miss Miller!
Let him go!
Miss Miller!
Let him go! Let him go! Let me go!
Oh, no, 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 no! world, Queen Elizabeth II was experiencing her first anus horribilis. I'm not amused, Philip, she would say. You see, it was 1976, and the palace was in the throes of a terrible mouse plague. Queen Lizzie would stop at nothing to rid these wretched vermin from Buckingham Arms. She keeps a rat sack and mouse traps in a laundry cabinet. Everything in cake, she says, just like Mary Antoinette. Just their remedy for Mickey Mouse and Jerry anytime and in the day you can. Hey, carry all that cigarettes, lovers and etiquette, extraordinarily nice. She's a girl, read gunpowder guillotine, dynamite with a laser beam, and that'll be to blow your mind. Queen Betty. Queen Lizzie finally rid the palace of the vermin, and then she declared she needed to go on a lavish tour of the Antipodes as part of her silver jubilee, as if she was going to make the diamond. Prince Philip was tired of her constant largesse. He took off his electric guitar and he said to her the following: "You're a rich girl, and you're gone too far, 'cause you know it don't matter anyway. You can rely on your old man's money, you can rely on your old man's money. It's a bitch girl, and it's gone too far, 'cause you know it don't matter anyway. See, money, money won't get you too far, get you too far. Don't you know? Don't you know? Let's roll. Take what's driving you, soon got roll. You're on your own. You can try to get home, but you never be strong, but you never be young. Whoa, you're a rich girl, and you're gone too far, 'cause you know it don't matter anyway. You can rely on your old man's money, you can rely on your old man's money. It's a rich girl, and it's gone too far, 'cause you know it don't matter anyway. See, money, money won't get you too far. See, money, money won't get you too far. See, money, money won't get you too far, get you too far. Well, as the royal entourage arrived at Adelaide, Jonathan was delighted to discover that they would be attending the local Friday night Brighton Town Hall community discotheque. Discotheque. A fervent royalist, he was going to tape the broadcast on the radio. But who listens to the radio? That's what I'd like to know. Instead, he went home and he taped it on the family's new Betamax video recorder. I heard you on the wireless back in 52, lying awake content that tuning, and I knew if I was young it didn't stop you coming through. Ooh, ooh. We took the credit for your second symphony, rewritten my machine and new technology. If I was young it didn't stop you come and see. Ooh, ooh. You met your children. Ooh, ooh. Why did you tell them? Video killed the radio star. Video killed the radio star. In my mind, and in Well, when Jonathan reached the Brighton Town Hall discotheque, he discovered that Queen Elizabeth... No, I won't pick it up. He discovered that Queen Elizabeth was breaking her guitar. No, royal. No, you can't trust the royals, that's true. He discovered that Queen Elizabeth was lurking at the back of the town hall. He thought he was in with a chance. He just needed a really good line. He thought maybe he could say, "I believe in miracles, you sexy thing." And then he went straight up to her. She was at the back, remember? He went straight up to her and he said the following to her. "What you doing in the back? Yeah! What you doing in the back? Yeah! You should be dancing! Yeah!" I get you to do this, ladies and gentlemen. You have to be in time when you do it. And then, throwing royal protocol to the wind, Jonathan extended his hand with some boyhood cheeky charm and offered to dance the fandango with Queen Elizabeth II, Her Royal Highness, Her Majesty, former Empress of the world. One day, I think. And Queen Elizabeth graciously accepted.
Queen, young and sweet, only 17. Dancing queen, feel the beat from the tambourine. Oh yeah, you can dance, you can dance, having the time of your life. Whoa, whoa. Girl, watch that scene, dig it, the dancing.
Keep that clapping going, ladies and gentlemen. Just keep it going. Thank you. Yes, more. We don't just like clapping. It serves a purpose. It hides all the mistakes. It's fantastic. Yes, more clapping. Wow, we've got a really big crowd tonight. Oh, there's a bad one. So, sorry about this. This isn't supposed to happen. Well, after the royal entourage left, Jonathan's attentions again returned to, attainable girls. He decided that strategy about the imaginary girlfriend, Lorraine, just wasn't working. And he had another epiphany one night. He woke up and he said the following to himself, you know, as you do. "I can see Betty now, Lorraine is gone." Betty, come on, we've been doing this. You've missed premature evacuations all show. Okay, I think I'll have to do this one myself, I guess. Betty Black, you know? Black Betty?
Whoa, Black Betty, bam, ba-dam, whoa, Black Betty, bam, ba-dam.
You're so vain. I bet you think the whole show's about you.
I thought it was. Well, thanks, ladies and gentlemen, for coming. You've been a great ones. A round of applause for yourselves. Fantastic. Thank you to my boss, Patrick. Made it all worthwhile. All that practice I do at work. Sorry. So, really, we just wrap up the show now. We go down and have a drink and all that sort of thing. You've been very good. Unfortunately, at the end of the show, Jonathan didn't consummate that friendship with Betty Black. We'll have to leave that for another Dear John show. Or maybe we've already covered it in a previous show, I'm not sure. But he did manage to maintain some stable relationships with his family. His slightly weird older brother, Nigel, his nerdy dad, Horace, and an ever-present need to be free of the apron strings of his loving mum, Cecelia. Mamma mia, mamma mia, mamma mia, let me go, because his life was a devil of a time for me, for me. For doing all the videos for us. Ben's doing a video down here, a live video, so get on camera, wave to mum. And Craig for the mixing, and Scott for the lighting. And all of you, you've been a great crowd. Thank you so much. Please come next year when we do another Dear John show. And bring 20 of your friends. We can fill up those last 5. And don't forget, those Smarties really are laxatives.